Hello, my scrumptious morsels. How are you all doing? I wanted to find out, what are you doing to really see how far you've come? What I mean is, like, when's the last time you stopped and think about, now, if this was, 6 months ago, how would I have reacted to that specific situation? Or what they said, or these series of events. And then go, okay, well, how would I have reacted a year ago? How would I have reacted 6 years ago? And look at how freaking far we've actually come. Just stop and breathe and quit beating yourself up. Quit pushing yourself so hard. And I'm speaking to myself here too, because I do it a lot. And I have to remind myself to stop. And you start to find amazing things that you're actually doing. Like, I realized this morning as I was getting ready to take the dog for a walk that all the things that are happening this month, that have happened so far this month, would have, oh my gosh, like, I thought about how years ago, even when I was going to go cook, whether even was something, usually if I was trying a new recipe and I felt like they missed steps or whatever, and I was already tense and stressed and everything, then I would eat with horrible people. Let me tell you, come here, I used to yell a lot at the inanimate objects. And if you couldn't hear that, I yelled a lot at the inanimate objects. I would slam doors, I would slam drawers, and be like, fucking, like, just the mouth of a sailor, people. And here I am today, years later, and this month is a big month for me, so trigger warning for domestic violence for some of you. September 23rd is my mom's birth and death anniversary. She was killed by my stepfather, and I was attacked that night, the same time, basically. So there's that coming up. And I've always let that, I guess I did, I just didn't consciously think about it, that I let that bring always this negative thing, even when I didn't really celebrate it, notice it, like I try to ignore it, all of a sudden be like, why am I so miserable? Why is everything going wrong? Why do I not have any? And I think about it and I'm like, holy crap cakes, mom's death anniversary, right? And I started to do but then I started to do things like, as I learned this neuroscience stuff, the whole breaking of the pattern. Now this is important, but whether you have PTSD, CPTSD, ADHD, anything, doesn't matter, whatever neurodiverse or mainstream non-neurotypical thing that you have going on, it's breaking that, putting something in there to jolt it out of there, right? So 2 years ago I had dinner with my partner at the time, and we kind of celebrated. I did have a bit of a boo-hoo and all that, maybe 3 years ago now, I can't remember. Anyway, last year I ended up, just by synchronicities of the universe, I was interviewed as a listener interview for the Perspective Shift Now guys, Frank and Mike, and just about, how basically I haven't let all the trauma and abuse make me bitter. I've been using it to make me better, right? So, and that's what I'm hoping to help you guys do and continue to help myself do. Anyway, so I had that last year, so that broke the pattern, and that was very intense for me. There was a very big pre-anxiety manage game and post holy crap game that went on behind the scenes. It was crazy. Anyway, also I had my kid, as some of you might know, did their year 12. Sorry, excuse me, they're going to be in year 12 next year, year 10 in Denmark via Rotary Youth Exchange. I highly recommend this, guys. It costs a lot, but if you can find a way to do it for your kids, it's amazing. It was amazing for me, for them as a single parent, and the changes that I've gone through, but that'll be another video. Anyway, the point is, the host mother suggested to me, maybe that I could do a video call with them. They'll have a special dinner. They made my mom's, because I told them my mom's favorite dish was a thing called Moo Goo Gai Pan, that she used to get when we lived in Texas and go to a Chinese restaurant. So I sent them the recipe. They made it with my kid Kai, and they rang me up, and I told stories. And I didn't want to tell this whole story about the night and the what happened and all that sort of stuff, because it's pretty full on. for most people. And so I just talked about the funny things and all that sort of stuff and the things that I loved. And Kai knows some of them because my mom had some zippy one-liners, you know, like want in one hand, shit in the other, see which one fills up first. Yeah, and just, you know, you go bullshit, and she goes, so do cows, but they don't brag about it. Just, there's one I'm trying to think of, it'll come to me eventually. I might just one day share some zippy one-liners with you guys anyway. So all of that is to say, so this is September, right? September, I don't even know what. We're getting closer. I know next weekend, next Friday is the 20th, and today is Sunday. So mathematically work that out, peeps. Anyway, beginning of the month, I noticed that my subconscious was already attracting crappy things. I realized my car was past service, so I got a quote, and thankfully it's a really good quote, believe it or not. It needs a full deep service. Had things that needed to be fixed from the last service that I didn't get done, and the guy's only charging like $90 an hour. So all up, it's like $1,200. I'm like, okay, universe, you provide. So we've made a deal, and we're gonna work stuff out. Like, he's gonna do $300 worth of work, and then I get to save up more money, and then he'll do like that. You know what I mean? And then, as some of you might know, that I am at university, and I am a major in neuroscience, so that can help us all rewire our brain, right? My laptop freaking died. The university loaned me a laptop from them. Anytime I download a file, it doesn't matter what I do, download a file, anything I download, pin, set any changes I make to set it up to make it more useful for myself is completely gone when I power it back up the next time. So that's not freaking comfortable. So we have that, and there's other financial things going on at the time, you know, and this is one of those moments also, and I'm gonna make a video on it about being grateful for things, because I've been having some great days, like some really happy days, and I'm feeling good and positive, but I know there's some subconscious things going on, and I know that subconsciously I'm still stressed because for the first time in my life, I have eczema, and it's getting bad, people, and I also, well, last year, I started with psoriasis. Under my boobies too. I mean, come on, girls. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it makes sense, I guess. And I've looked up the spiritual meaning of them. And they kind of fit. Oh, they don't kind of, they really do fit. So I'm working on that, but I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that I'm not deluding myself, you know what I mean? I'm just going, oh, I'm just going to ignore all this crap and go this way. No, I'm facing it. I'm going, you know what? What I'm actually doing is going, despite this crap, and despite the fact that there's so much stress, I have a midterm tomorrow, which I'm going to go back to studying in just a minute. But despite the stress, I am choosing to be happy. I am choosing to believe that everything works out for me. I am choosing to see the glory and the beautiful birds flying around, and the dragonflies are coming out because we're in spring, and the butterflies, and like, I'm just going to enjoy that. And am I tense at times? Yes. Am I frustrated? Yes. Do I have a little bit less patience at times? Yes. But most of the time, I'm doing good. And this is what I want all of us to see. And I know because of the eczema, I know I need to, you know, calm my nervous system more. And I'm learning the nervous system. So I'm going to find ways to talk to, you know, whether it be my norepinephrine or, you know, all the chemical reactions in there, the dopamine, the, well, I'm not going to list them all because my brain. Anyway. So guys, tell me, what are you working on? Where are you at? Can you see? Tell me, can you see how far we've come? Like, I know you can if you stop. If you have to, ask a friend. Ask a friend, but not that friend that's always negative and like, don't pay attention to crap. Ask a friend that actually pays attention and remembers those little things about us. Those are the ones that really can go, yeah, dude, you're so much better than you used to be. It might be awkward if you haven't talked like that before. Give it a go. All right. Much love to you guys. From my heart to yours. Bye.